And welcome back to my channel. Today's look is a very Happy Mother's Day!
I did my side.
Leo!
I did my side.
Happy Mother's Day! Go Happy Mother's Day!
I did my side.
Today's look is inspired by Mother's Day. I'm going out for I'm going out to the cinema, and I thought I'd put a bit of makeup on, and I thought I'd record as I go. So here it is, and I hope you enjoy. First product I'm using is the Bareminerals Prime Time. This is a yellow neutralizing primer. It's going to counteract any redness like my bloody hormonal pimples. I'm using the Alison Raffaele Foundation. I think that's how you say her last name. I'm using it with the Tarte foundation brush. I use one pump of foundation on the back of my hands. I warm the foundation up on my hand and then I dot it all over my face, and then I'll be blending it in with that Tarte brush. I love how dense this brush is, and it doesn't take much to smooth out the foundation. As you can see, I've already covered pretty much half my face. So don't forget to blend out your neck. Again, I'm applying a second layer on the bottom half of my face. That's where the most of my blemishes are. And I'm applying a couple of dots under my eyes, as I'm actually not going to be using concealer. I have a mummy friend at the caravan park that wanted to go to the movies today, and we thought it's Mother's Day, why not? Let's go. So next I'm going to be using the Balm's Kabuki brush with the Alison face powder. I dip it in, and then as you can see, bang off any excess. I apply on both cheeks, my forehead, chin, and blend it all in. I need a bit more coverage with it. Of course, I'll dip back in and then reapply. So I'm just using circular motions here. So for brows, I'm keeping it very simple. I'm using this Essence Brow Gel. It's in the dark shade. I think there's only 2 shades, so a light and a dark. And I'm just going to carve out my brows. As you can see, the difference mostly is it's just a little bit darker in colour, but also what it's doing is the gel is keeping all the hairs in place. So this is the Bareminerals 5-in-1 Cream Eyeshadow. What this is going to do is actually be my base colour. As you can see, the colour is fairly neutral, so it's just going to help neutralise that eyelid and get rid of any discoloration in there, including all the veins. I'm using the double-sided brush here from the 2 palette with the Benecos, don't know how you say it, but Benecos eyeshadow quad here. I'm going to use this lighter brown shade here. It actually does have a slight shimmer in it, and I'm using that as my base colour. And just patting that on. I'm going to be using the fluffy side now of that naked brush, and I'm going to just blend that all in. I'm using this medium brown colour here. It's also a shimmery shade, and I'm using that fluffy side, and I'm going to put this in my crease using the windscreen wiper motions, back and forth until you're happy, and of course dipping back in for any extra colour. So here I'm just using a separate brush. This is actually a Jessup brush, and I'm using that just to smooth out the edges. So this is an e.l.f. brush now. I'm using this to darken that outer corner. So I'm applying directly in the outer corner, blending it slowly inwards. And I'm not taking it any higher up the crease. Going in with that fluffy brush and just blending it out. And dipping in again with the dark color and adding and blending, adding and blending. I'm now using the Jessup brush, dipping into the light and the medium brown, and I'm working that to the crease just to blend it all together. So taking a clean brush now, this is another Jessup brush, and I'm just smoothing. So I'm taking that kabuki brush I used before with the powder and just tidying up any fallout. So now taking this light white shade now, and I'm going to be putting that under my brows as a highlight. So I'm now using the Thebalm's Overshadow. This is a beautiful gold colour, so it's a loose pigment. I'm using that flat brush there from the Naked palette. I'm going to be patting that on my eyelid. So I'm taking that to medium brown now and softly blending it under my eyes. And I'm just making sure I bring it up on the lid, just blending it together. Going in with the darker one now, just applying this on the outer corner. And blending it up into the eyeshadow as well, just to make sure it's all even. I'm now using a Harlot liquid pen in chocolate brown. I like this pen because it's very easy to use, and I like the sharp tip on the end of the pen. I decided to go for I wanted to go for a brown rather than a black. I didn't want it to be too harsh. I decided not to do a wing, just keeping it very simple. So I'm just lining that lash line there. My favourite mascara of all time is the Balm Cosmetics Bodybuilder. There's a Leo in the background. So I'm coating my top and bottom lashes. This mascara is really good for giving volume as well as length, and it doesn't make it too clumpy either. The blush I'm using is by the Harlot Cosmetics. It's a pinky peachy shimmery shade. I'm using a Jessup brush here. I'm just applying that on my cheeks, blending it upward towards the ear. Obviously concentrating on the apples of my cheek with most of the colour, and then blending it upwards. For lips today, I'm using Colourpop's liquid lipstick. Sorry, matte liquid lipstick. I decided just to keep everything quite neutral and went for a nudie brown colour. Leo doing laps of the caravan. Thank you so much for watching.